Ladies and gentlemen, coming at you again with another video here, and this team is quite amazing. I heard about a team similar to this, but I couldn't remember exactly what it was. But the person whose team is similar to this is on page 2 of the leaderboard. They were definitely running Cresselia and Talonflame, but I could not remember what they were running in the front. So I did my own research on PvPoke and decided that I was going to use Shadow Swampert here. Now, the interesting thing about this team is that while we have Shadow Swampert in the front, and in some scenarios it is very good to, or even correctly so, to double shield the Swampert and just beat whatever is in the front and then hit things in the back with it. What's very interesting on this team is that Talonflame is actually running both flying moves. So what I mean by that is it's running Incinerate and Fly, and usually people will be running Flame Charge with it just to have that extra coverage and to have the ability to ramp up Talonflame if needed to sort of wipe a team out over time and through shields. But we're going a different route with this, running the Fly and Brave Bird, because so many people are not running Brave Bird right now that you can definitely hit people through shields. They'll decide not to shield because, oh, I'm at 90%. I know that Fly's not good enough here, and I'm going to get a move off and probably KO the Talonflame anyways, or be able to get enough damage through to the Talonflame, and they'll have to throw another move before I throw another move at them. But you'll see in the games that we played today here, it worked out exactly as I had hoped it would, and you'll definitely just accidentally one-shot a Mon through in the back line, and coming from a lost lead, you can end up winning the switch, and that's always something we want to do with the with an ABB strat like this. So if you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into this. All right, so first game here against the Lickitung. And this matchup's actually pretty interesting. You can go for double Hydro Cannon to basically KO this thing, or you can even go for a sneak, like a sneak Earthquake. The only thing is, they're going to go up to the Power Whip, but they're always going to be throwing the Body Slam, which technically you would survive. But I'm not going to risk it, but then I end up playing this just... I guess I just lost count. I thought I could go one more. I really wanted to go to double Hydro Cannon because then I could throw back to back and then win CMP basically twice, which would then KO it. But now that we've lost Switch, I just have to kind of do as much damage as I can to what I can do. And they end up coming with Annihilate, and since I'm decent against Annihilate in the back with both my Mon, I decided to switch into Talonflame here. Gonna be able to survive, and you'll see here I actually have the wrong move set here in the first game of the day. Yeah, I just, first game, I even thought to myself when I was putting the team into the party, I should really be, no, I even told myself I need to switch the move because I definitely don't have any. I have two Talonflames for Great League. One's running Brave Bird, one's running Fly, and then both running Flame Charge. But, yeah, it ends up being a Gligar here in the back, which is okay for us. We're going to take the first dig before I can throw anything into this. Technically, I guess I could have thrown a Grass Knot into it, but now that they've thrown one, we're going to go for the Moonblast. A Moonblast and Grass Knot should be able to KO, and we're just seeing if we can get the attack debuff as well. I don't know that a Grass Knot would be enough there, and since they're going to go up, they're going to be able to win CMP anyways, I decided to go one past the Grass Knot and go for the Moonblast here, which is definitely going to KO. But what I was saying on the Grass Knot is I didn't know if two Grass Knots is going to KO Gligar, which I actually think it doesn't from max HP. And now we're going to showcase us trying to remedy our mistake here so that the moveset here on the left side is correct. And Talonflame actually has a lot more moves than I thought. I did not know it had Fire Blast. I did not know it had Hurricane. But yeah, I'm just trying to get Flame Charge, just burning through TMs here, trying to get to the right moveset. And now we have it. So let's get into that next game. Azumarill is a bit of a weird one. We would really love Azumarill to be against the Cresselia, but it's okay here against the Swampert as well. I'm going to go ahead and shield. We're going to go one more and then Earthquake so that we can get under the... Again, we have a 2-turn move. They have a 3-turn move. We want to get under that and still get enough... still get the efficiency of energy management here. They do go for the shield, but we do get to the second Earthquake before they get into anything. Again, 1-4-7 timing, using a 2-turn move against a 3-turn move. And I try to catch, but it's okay. They don't fall for it. Probably should have tried to catch with Talonflame, to be honest. And you'll see that play happen a little bit more into the video. This is obviously my second game here. Talonflame is not really too worried about Azumarill. Most of the time, they're not running Hydro Pump, so we're going to be able to resist or take neutral damage from the moves, from the charge moves. And yeah, we are taking super effective damage from the bubble damage, but that's fine. Now, they're going to be 2 away from a move here, but so we're going to, or after they do that damage. So we're going to come in Talonflame, get that extra Incinerate in, and now we're hoping maybe we can get into something that isn't that Azumarill. Ends up being a Typhlosion, so this is actually not going to be a Brave Bird type of game. I figure they can win CMP against me, so I decide not to try to CMP them there. I go for the extra damage. They bring in a Azumarill here, which is fine. We still have Swampert in the back, so I know I just need to get to one of these moves. And, well, wait a minute. What's the HP on our Swampert? We might be in, and maybe they lost track of our move timing here, but we might be in range to actually get Blast Burn there on the Swampert. But we did have a little bit of energy as well, so yeah, maybe they were trying to account for that. Altaria, I'll tell you right now, there's a core breaker because you're not going to really want to see this in the front. You cannot stay in Swampert, so I come in Talonflame. They end up shielding my Brave Bird, which sucks. But I'm going to pull the shield back here too and then go for Brave Bird. And if they switch in, they switch in to whatever. But I'm going to go for the Brave Bird here. They come in with Deoxys. Things are obviously not going great for me here. But I am double Brave Birded, so they won't get that much farm, hopefully. They get 3. I'm going to come in with the Swampert. And they're probably going to throw Psycho Boost here. So I decided to go for the shield. We're going to get a lot of energy at the very least here, but, well, I do have to throw before they get to this. No, I think I should have taken the second Psycho Boost here, but it's okay in the end. I'm going to just switch right away. I don't really want to be against the Altaria. It does have a lot of energy as well because it was able to farm through a lot of that energy against the Talonflame because it does resist the Incinerates. Being a Dragon type, it resists all the elemental damage, which is Grass, Water, Fire, so yeah, basically the starter Pokemon are just not very good against dragons in general, which I guess makes sense in the show itself. But anyways, yeah, I don't know what's going to be in the back. They obviously are scared of this Cresselia, but I do want to go up to max energy here before, just in case it's a Grassmon. I want to have the best chance to get to a move before they get to a move. Ends up being Medicham. I actually saw Medicham 2 times today. Maybe even 3, I can't remember exactly, but 2 for sure. And I thought that was really weird because I put out a Medicham video in the very first time Open Great League was available in this season, and I felt like I was the only person ever using Medicham this season. So very, very interesting to see. Someone must be putting out a Medicham video recently because, again, I definitely saw 2. I don't want to throw right away here because I don't want to CMP. I actually just want to gain a lot of energy before going into that next matchup. I feel like he is going to let me win this matchup anyways, so if he's going to let me win, I'm going to go for all this energy. And I believe he shields here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I do not care to go for the CMP here. I'm actually going to go for a lot more energy because Swampert could use this energy in the back against whatever. Ends up being a Whiscash here in the back. I do go for the Hydro Cannon. I do go up to the Earthquake though, and since they shielded, well, I was going to switch to Cresselia anyways, so the shield is just 100%, like the gravy on top or whatever you want to call it, because, or the icing on the cake, because I am able to get into the Cresselia matchup. Grass is obviously double super effective. This is not going to one-shot, even we did not get attack reduced either. It's just Cresselia is very bulky. They have the non-Shadow Whiscash, so I'm actually going to allow myself to get hit again here because I could just farm this all the way down, and that's going to be GG. All right, Wigglytuff. I do switch here because I do want my Talonflame on the Wigglytuff. So they do end up coming in here with the Lickitung. Oh, if I remember, this person actually lags. No, maybe not. No, they do lag. Okay. Well, this person lagged. I'm pretty sure they did, even though they're getting the move off here. We do see the spinny ball of death here in the top left corner because at this point, I don't even know if I should be mentioning it anymore because we literally see it every game, every battle, every time I showcase a team. We're spinny ball deathing it, so maybe this is just the way it is now. They do get another move off here. I did not think they were out of move because of the lag. Maybe they ended up getting moves through in the end. Not too sure on that one, but I'm going to go for the double grass knot here. Should be able to KO. Would get the shield back as well if they do want to end up shield. Oh, wait. Do they have a shield? Yeah, they do. Okay. Well, we have a shield as well, but we're going to let this go. Now, I'll probably end up coming in with Talonflame to farm down. I could also come in with Swampert and go for a very wildly aggressive farm down here. I have to shield because it could be Power Whip. And if it is Power Whip, it means I can definitely farm down. They end up coming in with the Wigglytuff because they don't want me to get all that farm down there on Swampert. And they do get to the move before we do, but this is going to be either Disarming Force or Icy Wind, which means I probably can go for one more Incinerate, be at 100 energy, and then I can go for the Fly since they went for the non-Icy Wind. So we're going to have some damage coming through here. And I should just... yeah. So they switched already. They wouldn't be able to catch the Brave Bird, so I could see whether or not the Pokemon that comes in is that normal type, and if it is, I can just farm it down, and if it isn't, I can go for the Brave Bird right away. Alright, Earthquaking against Azumarill. We saw this in the last one. This person actually went for a little bit more farm than the last guy did, but that's okay. We still get to this Earthquake in 4. Again, trying to keep up good timing here against the Azumarill, having a 2-turn move versus a 3-turn move. And now they're in, and here you go. I switch into the Talonflame. It's definitely a easier switch, a nicer switch to come into this. And they come in with Sableye, and they don't think I have Brave Bird, so they're not going to shield because they lived this. But they don't. Boom! All right. Already in a fantastic position here. If they do come back in with the Azumarill, oh, they end up coming in with Annihilate. I am able to get to the Fly in 2. Fly just being a very energy efficient move. Really a great addition to Talonflame. I think that was last season or the season before. So I want to waste this Annihilate's energy here, so I decided to let this just throw stuff at Swampert. They actually show Ice Punch. I end up getting a Hydro Cannon off. And this probably won't KO them. They're at a decent amount of HP. But we're going to be able to farm down here with Cresselia. And now we get to see what else is in the back. Maybe we don't. Maybe it's a Medicham again. Oh, no, it's the Azumarill that's very low. Okay, yeah, of course. All right, we switch into a Trevenant here, which is interesting. Obviously not great for us, but this matchup, if I remember right, is... we'll let it play out here, actually. So I basically called it being a Shadow Ball here. And I go for the Moonblast, but I probably could have gone for the Grass Knot. I just want to make sure if they don't shield that I can KO. Yeah, I should have gone for Grass Knot. That would have been totally enough. And they actually allow me to CMP here because they know they win CMP, but it's really not a great move on their part because we're able to get this last shield, and we have Mon that are very good against shields down Mon, and I actually get that extra Incinerate there too. I decide I'm going to let this hit me because I know that this is just going to be Aerial Ace. It's not going to be good enough, so I can go for a little bit more energy, go for the Fly here. They're already a little bit damaged, and the Fly should be enough to KO a Gligar, and then I can go for the Brave Bird here against the Vigoroth. I did not know I had Brave Bird there, but you should always throw that Incinerate first. They're not going to get to a move, and then I'm going to be unadulterated by the defense drop that would actually make those counters really do a lot. Another Azumarill lead here. I played a team before this that was very weak to Azumarill, and I did terrible. So Azumarill is everywhere right now. This is the first person that allowed an Earthquake to come through here. And now I'm in a weird position where I don't think Hydro Cannon's enough, but I do go for the Hydro Cannon anyways, and maybe I'll switch in a Talonflame here again because I can't really take a move. And yeah, we get a Talonflame Incinerate here. Incinerate not going to KO this Azumarill, but the play rough being resisted and us getting a little bit of energy. A Sableye. So already I'm thinking it's going to be Annihilate in the back. And again, they probably don't shield. So Annihilate in the back. They come in with the Azumarill to do a little bit of damage. It's not Annihilate in the back. It's Trevenant. And now Shadow Claw is neutral, and I already Brave Birded, so I'm probably not going to get too much damage off against this. And I think I'll come back in with a Swampert. I'm very close to the Hydro Cannon here. And now it's a matter of if I want to shield or not. And I do decide I'm going to shield here. I can probably go for... Well, no, I should probably switch at this point. Again, they probably don't have enough energy to go for a Shadow Ball and something else, and we do live a Shadow Ball. So that's, again, me taking their energy, them going for CMP, and not realizing that they're going to be too weak in the back if they do go for CMP and I do end up shielding. So both the Trevenants played kind of that same way. Alright, this matchup, Toxapex is so bad against Swampert, it's crazy. They end up coming with a Lantern. I already have a Mon that's good against this. End up catching, just by happenstance, I guess it is 8 to the Surf, or I'm sorry, 16 Water Guns to the Surf, which is 8 seconds. And at this point, this almost KOs, I believe. But not enough, because it's not like we're ever going to farm this thing down, and now they have a massive energy advantage, right? But we live the Surfs, that's true enough. Could I have really done anything here, though? I'm very sure Cresselia loses CMP, so if anything, we got an extra damage in. I hope that we're at the double right here, but I actually might be one off, which means they'll probably get... Do they have another shield? Oh, they have another shield. Yeah, I was like, I remember this playing out a little differently, so yeah, we're going to end up going for the farm down here. Again, we want to maintain swap. Obviously, Toxapex would be pretty good against Talonflame, and it's obviously very bad against Swampert. We end up throwing the Earthquake after 1 here. I could have waited a turn. I could have done a lot of things here, but I figured they weren't going to switch. I don't know. That's foresight, I guess. But they end up coming with Tropius, and that's just game. We can let them throw first. We can go 1 more. To get to 100 energy and then throw Fly and then throw Brave Bird, or we can just throw Double Fly since the Toxapex is in range for Double Fly. Again, Incinerate is actually 20 energy, so 5 Incinerates is max energy that you can have 100 on your Pokemon at any time. So try not to go over 100 if you don't have to, unless you're in some niche situation where you can like farm down and then throw all your energy at that next thing. Yeah. This guy, I go up to the Earthquake again. Again, 2 Hydros is enough to win this matchup. They actually ended up shielding, which is interesting. They almost always throw Body Slam here, but you have to respect it. So I end up throwing the Hydro Cannon here. And then I try to swap, but it is CMP. Probably going to end up shielding. So I will say shielding here gives you a little bit of play against a little bit less play with the Talonflame in the back, but if you can get their shields, you'll be good. We end up not getting their shield, but we do see the Azumarill here, and hopefully it's not like double water in the back. Usually, if you have a safe lead, you have 2 die-opposing Pokemon in the back, or 2 very different coverage type Pokemon, so I imagine Talonflame is going to be very good in the back here. Again, you can take any amount of damage here on Cresselia. You're never really threatened by the charge moves from Azumarill. Even this Hydro Pump rather. I could take a second Hydro Pump. I'm fine with that. Totally gonna live. Gonna still have enough time to get to another Grass Knot as well. I do try to throw there, but yeah, this is not gonna KO us. Ends up being a play rough anyway, so we can go for a little bit more energy. I go for 4, which is almost 100 energy there. I think this actually puts us at 91 energy. This guy ended up having Metacham in the back as well. weird number of Metachams today. I know I said that at the beginning of the video, but 2 Metachams is a lot in a day. That is a crazy amount. All right, Whiscash lead. So you do beat the Whiscash, and even as I was playing against this guy, I was like, do I want to shield? Do I not want to shield? I'm not too sure. I think I actually don't want to shield because I live a Scald anyways. So, and they're never going to farm me down. But the thing is, it does lead to the situation where you are in mud bomb range rather. And a mud bomb will obviously KO us here. If we can get the CMP, that would be great. And I do think I end up deciding to shield here because I can get another shield from them, or I can win switch. And now they really didn't gain anything. The match played out a lot weirder than I think a normal Swampert Whiscash matchup would play out, but the result was the same. They do come in with the Annihilate. They get a little bit of energy there, which is not great for me. Technically, I think I live a Shadow Ball, but I don't think they're going to throw a Shadow Ball, and I'm willing to risk it here. So they do end up throwing the Night Slash. I don't let them throw the... I throw in bad timing here so that I know I can get a fly off. Whereas if I throw on good timing, they're going to get another Night Slash off and I'm going to have to shield before them. I want to make sure they shield before I did. And then they end up having a Skarmory here. And your moves don't do a lot to Skarmory, your charge attacks, but your fast attack does a lot. But I don't think I can make it to that Brave Bird, and I get really scared and I decide to throw this fly into this. And then it's a matter of... I know that a Moonblast will KO the Skarmory from here, and I'm just going to go up to 2 moves. I'm going to throw back-to-back and try to KO this and the... I don't think this is double Brave Bird, though. This should be just Sky Attack, so I'm going to go up to double Grass Knot, and then I can just throw at will. I'm pretty sure they're 1 or 2 off still from another Night Slash. And that's good for me because I would have lost if they did hit me with a Night Slash here, because they still have enough HP to survive the Incinerate on the Talonflame there, and they would have just countered down the Talonflame. All right. So again, this team is similar to a team I heard about from a person on the page 2 of the leaderboard. I'm not going to say any names because they're probably still grinding to try to get on page 1. But this team worked out great. You know, it reminds me of a team that I posted several times, like 5 seasons ago, where we were still in the Metacham meta, and I think I had Shadow Swampert in the front with Talonflame and Sableye in the back, because Sableye was so good against Metacham, which was the defining mon in the meta then, along with like Trevenant. So definitely felt like I went back to some of my roots. Definitely a team that I was more that I had more like idea of how to play before going into it. Some teams I'll see, hey, this is the rank 1 team for the day or whatever, and then it'll be my first time playing some of those mons sometimes. And yeah, I understand the basic premises. I don't know what the word is. Premises of the team, but sometimes you don't know like some intricacies. But luckily, this is a team that is very, very similar to a team that I've played several times in the past. I think I played 100 games with this team on Go Battle Day the last time that I played it, which, again, might have been 4 seasons ago. So it's been a while, but definitely played a lot of games with it. Anyways, if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button. And you can definitely catch people off guard with the double flying moveset here. And hopefully you have some success with this, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching the video, and if you want to continue to support me, definitely click that subscribe button. You'll see any content coming out, and if you want another video on this same league for some more tips and tricks to other teams, check that video out right there, and I'll see you in the next one.